In this video, we're going to talk about making bulk changes in Jira. Making bulk changes can be incredibly powerful and it can be incredibly dangerous too, depending on your permissions. First, you will need the make bulk changes permission in order to go ahead and make those bulk changes. If you don't have those permissions, you won't be able to follow along in this video and make those changes. The second thing you need to be aware of is how it can be dangerous. If you do have the delete permission, then you can delete a ton of issues all at once. And that's something that I don't recommend. I really don't recommend granting anyone the delete permission. You can always close something out and archive it for later, but you really shouldn't have the ability to delete something, because if you accidentally delete the wrong thing, it can be really difficult to restore, especially if you don't have backup integration for your Jira site. And so in this video, what we're going to do is I'm going to walk you through how to make bulk changes or transition a ton of issues from one status to another using the bulk change function in Jira as well. So let's go ahead and head over to Jira and I'll show you what you can and can't do in Jira. So coming over to Jira, first what you're going to do is you are going to use a JQL to find all of the issues that you want to make bulk changes to. And so here in this example, I have my epic milestones for my development project. So project equals development 2.0 and issue type equals epic. The first thing that we're going to do when making a bulk change is I'm going to add some text to the description of all of these epics. So I want to update the description in all of these epics for this project. And this is just an example. You likely wouldn't want to do this. Maybe a more reasonable and real world example would be you have a ton of cards that were created as duplicates and you don't want to go through and close them manually one by one by one. And so you want to go and close them all at once. That's one way that you can use the bulk change function in Jira. The other thing is maybe you have a product manager that you work with and you have a product manager as a field and assigned to them. Maybe that product manager has changed for your team and you need to reassign that to a new product manager. And so instead of going through all of those cards one by one by one and updating that product manager, you can use the bulk change function to figure out everything that person was assigned to as a product manager for your team, and then use the bulk change function to reassign it to your new product manager that you will be working with. And so those are some more real world examples, but in this tutorial, we're going to just walk through how to update a field with bulk change, as well as how to transition a list of tasks in bulk from one status to another. So first, let's go ahead and update the description field for all of these epics in my development 2.0 project. And so again, first step is you're going to use a JQL to find all of the issues that you want to make a bulk change to. Once you've done that, you're going to come to the top right hand corner and hit the ellipses icon. From here, you're going to select bulk change all 11 issues. If you do not see this, or if it's grayed out, then that means you do not have the bulk change permission. Go ahead and hit that make bulk changes to 11 issues button. From here, you're going to be populated onto this screen. Go ahead and select the top checkbox. What this will do is it will select all of those 11 epic milestones that I have in my filter that I want to change. This is also where if you didn't want to change one epic, you can deselect the issues that you do or don't want to change. So anything that you do want to change, make sure that that checkbox is checked next to the issue. Anything you don't want to change, just deselect it. If you want to select everything or deselect everything, then just click that checkbox at the top. So once you have everything checked or unchecked on what you want to change, go ahead and scroll down all the way to the bottom and you'll see this button here that says next. Go ahead and hit that next button. Once you hit the next button, you'll be prompted onto another page here where it says choose the operation. This is where we're going to select edit issues. If we wanted to edit the issues, so we want to change the value in a field, so if you wanted to update that product manager field, this is where you would select edit issues. If you wanted to transition it to another status, you would select transition issues, which we'll do just after we finish editing and updating the description field of these epics. And so we're going to select edit issues. So let's go ahead and let's select next. And here is where all of the different fields in these issues, this is where they will populate. So you are going to scroll down to the field you want to change. For me, I want to change description. It looks like Make Bulk Changes doesn't allow you to change the description since it is a default in a system field. So instead, we are going to update the acceptance criteria field. In acceptance criteria, we're just going to list the text, "Hello World." And here is where, again, I have that account manager field. So if I wanted to change the account manager field, this is where I could do that. So we have change acceptance criteria. I've listed "Hello World" as the change that I want to make. We are going to continue scrolling down. And once you've selected all the changes that you want to make by hitting that checkbox next to the field that you want to change on all of these tasks and all of these issues, and then you've entered the value that you want to change it to, you're going to scroll down and you are going to hit the next button. Now that I've hit the next button, we are going to select confirm that this is the change that we want to make. And now you can see that we are bulk updating all of these 11 issues. And now it says it's done. So you can go ahead and hit done. And now you can see if we were to open one of these epics under acceptance criteria, we now have "Hello World." So our change was saved. The other thing that you can do is you can transition and bulk update statuses of things. So if you needed to update the statuses of all of these epics, you can again hit that ellipses icon in the top right hand corner and hit bulk change all 11. You're going to follow the same steps. So you're going to select or deselect the issues that you do or don't want to change. You're going to hit the next button. From here, instead of edit issues, we are going to select transition issues because we are transitioning issues from one status to another on the workflow. Go ahead and hit the next button, and we are going to move issues from in progress and we're going to select next. And anything that we're moving, so we are transitioning issues that are in the to-do status to in progress. And you can select to send an email update for this, but we're going to go ahead and hit confirm. I don't like sending email updates for bulk changes. That's just a lot of spam for everyone's inboxes. So go ahead and hit confirm. Now you can see it's transitioning all of those 9 issues because only 9 of them were in the to-do status that we wanted to move to in progress. And then it is done, so you can hit done. Now you'll see, let's hit refresh on this filter, and you'll see that all of those epics that were previously in to do are now in the in progress status. And so this is how the make bulk changes function in Jira can be incredibly helpful, and how you can edit issues at mass, and how you can update the statuses of issues at mass. I will caution, if you do have the delete permission, just be careful of what you are and aren't deleting. Things can go really wrong. And same thing with updating fields and any issues at mass. Make sure that you're not going to delete any information that you do actually want, and be especially careful if you do not have a backup integration for your Jira site.